Good morning, everybody. My name is Paul Webb. I'm from B2B Energy. So I'm going to talk to you today about building management systems and the before and after. Prior to installing a building management system and looking at your gas and electricity consumption, if we was to take the total gas and electricity consumption as 100%, there's our starting point or before we install that building management system. And then by installing a building management system, before we even start, you can actually achieve in the region of 35% energy savings. Now, these figures have come from industry standards, documentation from the likes of CIBSE, and also they've come from case studies that were done in the late 90s by building management manufacturers of the systems. I personally was involved in one of those case studies that was carried out in the late 90s. If we was to install a building management system, once we've installed that, we need to ensure that staff on site have been trained, it's been handed over correctly, and we work with the staff to understand how that system is operating and will control their heating, air conditioning and possibly lighting. As I would like to point out that the building management system would possibly be controlling about 88% of the gas and in the region of 55% of the electricity. Now this could be increased if we was to include the likes of lighting controls as well within that. If the system is not supported going forward and we don't provide the training, we don't hand over the system, and there's no sort of support to that building management system, what we'd actually see is that building management control will not ensure that we achieve those savings. So we could see those savings go completely, and we could see other areas of failure within the BMS, which will cause even more consumption. And by looking at providing a service provider to help us maintain that system, and just looking back at this, so we've got a graph that's showing an up and down sort of profile, where this is where the guys on site have helped ensure that there's more savings to be achieved by making some fine tuning to the system, and then the troughs are where we've seen failures, maybe faulty sensors, faulty controls, valves getting stuck, etc., where a constant review on that system would ensure that the system's being maintained correctly and operating as it needs to be. And in addition to that, what we can see is changes within the building. So the people moving around, changing from open plan to cellular, or cellular offices back to an open plan. So there's many changes that could happen to the building, but no one ever reflects on what the building management system's doing unless you have a building management company there providing support ongoing, and you've trained your team on site to ensure that that is kept in line. So as I said before, by doing all of this and then providing support and using proactive strategies. Now the strategies for controls change on a regular basis. We're constantly reviewing how energy is being controlled within our buildings, how lighting is being controlled, including heating and air conditioning. Everything has the opportunity to be enhanced on a regular basis, and new technologies and new ways of controlling equipment are often being reviewed. And with the BMS, it has the flexibility to be able to adapt to that and incorporate that. When a building management system's design, it normally is about 25% of its capacity. So there's always that further capacity that we can take advantage of to bring new strategies into the system. So I hope that helps you understand building management systems and the before and after. As I said before, my name's Paul Webb. I'm an energy expert within the energy industry. One of my key expertise is building management systems. More than happy to talk to you long term about this. Please private message me, and we can see if I can help you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.